You probably read the title, and it is true. Well, half true, anyways. Let me explain. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my name's Rooster, and I'm here to rant about something stupid while you either A, shit on the toilet, or B, you're eating something, and you were just looking for a video to watch while you ate. So, here it is. Let me put it into words you can understand. Spider-Man is a loser, okay? The reason he is because of a few things that we're going to talk about. So let's talk about it. But first, if you can, for just a second, just subscribe and hit the like button. If you want to. It's a free country, but it'd be nice. For the whole half-truth thing of Spider-Man's a loser, Spider-Man is cool. Peter Parker's the loser. Spider-Man has powers and saves people. Peter Parker can't hold down a fucking job or pay his rent for that fucking matter. And he's often chasing after a chick that doesn't even really fucking like him or respect him in any way, fucking shape, or form. Which is fucking insane. It's real loser fucking behavior, if you ask me, okay? Let's do a good history run about this for a second. Spider-Man was first introduced to the public in August of 1962 by Stan Lee and, of course, his partner in crime, artist Steve Ditko. Ditko? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Basically, in Stan Lee's words, his company, he was working for a company, they were going under, they were going to go bankrupt, and they were going to shut down. Stan Lee comes with this idea to his boss and says, hey, I have an idea for a superhero, okay? His name's Spider-Man. He has the powers of a spider, but he's not really a man. He's a teenager, and he goes to high school, and he has fucking personal problems. And, and he pitches that idea. The boss takes one look at him and goes, that's a terrible fucking idea. We're not doing that. And Stan Lee goes, well, fuck it, I'm still going to do it anyways. Like, why not? The boss was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going under. You're going to be out of a job by tomorrow. Screw it. Go ahead. Write it. Publish it. Put it on the cover. Don't care. He publishes it. They send it out to the public. And basically, he becomes an overnight fucking sensation, okay? Nowadays, you have like costumes, fucking other comics, movies, TV shows about the Spider-Man. Like I said, Spider-Man's cool. But nobody gives a fuck about Peter Parker. Peter Parker is pretty much, they've wrote him as a fucking nerd, okay? Who basically is chasing after a chick, MJ, okay? Mary Jane fucking Watson. A chick that really doesn't pay attention to him whatsoever until she finds out that he's fucking Spider-Man. That's it, okay? That's the only reason she really fucking likes him, is because he's fucking Spider-Man. That's basically fucking it, okay? And on top of that, he can't pay his fucking rent or hold down a job. And you're thinking, well, he can't hold down a job because he's fucking Spider-Man. Fucking exactly. Why does he just take a fucking break every fucking once in a while? Like, fucking seriously, okay? It's not like he's saving the fucking world or anything like that, okay? He's not doing that. He's stopping muggings and bank robbers and stuff like that. I mean, he did like that one time in like Endgame, but that was it. He was in like the final fight. That was it. But he also had help with that, with like thousands of others of people, basically, from like Asgard, Wakanda, and the Avengers as well. So basically, he could save New York. But he has that every once in a while. But most of the time, it's muggers, bank robbers, drug deals, and gang violence. That's it. That's all he's going after. So that just begs the question, why the hell aren't the cops doing their job? You gotta ask that also. They're the ones getting paid to go out and stop fucking crime. That's their job. The police force. Like, did they get defunded or something? Like, seriously, man. Basically, throughout, like, the only time you've ever seen, like, the police, like, at least do their job is in, like, the Sam Raimi movies. That's it, okay? Hell, in the second Spider-Man game, the cops really ain't nowhere to be found, or the National fucking Guard for that matter, okay? They're nowhere to be found. There are two Avenger level threat things going on in New York City, and the National Guard even isn't even there to like at least calm things down, get things like semi under control, okay? It's freaking astonishing that they're not even there to do their damn job, okay? Which brings me on to the next thing, okay? Peter can't hold down a job, and you're probably wondering, well, he works for the Bugle. Yeah, sometimes, okay? And like the first like 3 Sam Raimi movies, he works for the Bugle. And like the 2, other Spider-Man movies, he's in high school. The second one, he graduates high school, Some people will speculate he went off to college or went to go work for the Daily Bugle. Nobody knows. The other ones with like Tom Holland, he was in high school, who didn't even go to college because he couldn't go to college because nobody knew who he was, essentially. Okay? He pretty much didn't have a job either. Okay? And you're probably wondering, so what does he do for money then? God if I know. Okay? In the Spider-Man video games, okay, he cannot hold down a job. In the second Spider-Man video game, on his first day of being a high school chemistry teacher or a science teacher or something like that, he gets fired. And I know you're probably wondering, well, he had to go stop Sandman from destroying half the city. Well, he destroyed some of it. He destroyed tens of millions of dollars, of buildings, possibly hundreds of millions of dollars worth of property damage over in the span of 30 to 45 minutes. And, Peter shows up and he gets, shit on because he wasn't there with his students to quote unquote protect them. And on top of that, he gets fired. He's pretty much fucking homeless and has no job whatsoever, okay? MJ worked for like the Daily Bugle for a little while and then she quit to pursue like her own like blog or whatever and eventually started like a fucking podcast or some shit. I think it was like a podcast or a fucking blog. Yeah, basically that. And she can't fucking hold down a job either. And on top of that, in the second game, he inherits a fucking house with a second mortgage on it. Because why? Because his aunt decided to take out a second mortgage to keep some charity thing alive for people in need. I mean, it sounds great in theory, but fuck, these people are terrible with their money. Kind of like me. I'm very terrible with my money. And you're probably wondering, well, maybe he gets paid, to be Spider-Man. The fuck he does, okay? He is Spider-Man voluntarily, okay? He's not getting paid for it, okay? Unless he's like working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and they're giving him a paycheck, to go around and keep things under control, which isn't happening, okay? There was a show where actually there was a Spider-Man show. I think it was on Cartoon Network, or it wasn't on Cartoon Network. No, it was on like Disney XD, where he teamed up with like 3 other people who were working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Those 3 other people were like living on like the floating ship or whatever. And like, I don't think they were getting paid, okay? I think they were just getting room and board, food and board, or sorry, they were just getting food and board, pretty much, okay? They weren't making any money from that whatsoever, okay? And they were all in high school still, okay? Peter was still getting bullied by, like, Flash, okay? You also have, his selection in women, which is also very terrible. His taste in women is crap, okay? Not to shit on, Mary Jane, she's a decent looker, but she is a terrible person, okay? You know what? I take that back. I'm going to shit on Mary Jane right now. Mary Jane is a narcissistic bitch, okay? 100%, okay? Not the shit on the actor who played her. I forgot her name. I'm going to put it up so you guys can see it. Okay? She's a fantastic actress, and how she played Mary Jane was really good. But Mary Jane, as a character, is a terrible fucking human being. 100%, okay? I apologize for my cursing, too. I am sorry about that. But whatever. Anyway, pretty much Mary Jane wants to be an actress in like the first three Raimi movies. She struggles to get into Broadway. She eventually does. She gets kicked off. Like she comes to Peter, she tries to tell him about it, and then Peter tries to relate to her. It's like, people hate me when I'm Spider-Man, She's like, well, it's not about you. Let's make it about me. And she tries to make it all about her all the time, okay? She does that, and it's freaking annoying, okay? You could have picked, like, Heidi out. I think that was her name. I think. I'm going to fact check that, too, as well. Like, right here. Anyway, yeah, Heidi was, like, where he lived. That was, like, the landlord's daughter, and she wasn't the best looker in the world, but damn, she was the most caring, nicest person ever, okay? She baked cookies for Peter, brought him cake, a glass of milk, sat there and listened to him. Like, seriously, man, like, every man needs a chick like that. And if he didn't want to be with her, he could have been with, like, Gwen Stacy, who was, like, a Vogue model, okay? And also, like, the police chief's daughter as well, okay? Hell, he went on a date with her and somehow did it to make Mary Jane jealous. Like, seriously, really? Hell, Mary Jane even cheated on Peter at one point, kissing Harry, and then Harry went absolutely nuts, threatened Mary Jane to break up with Peter and all this, and then, Peter went over there and kicked his ass. I'm going to take that back. Peter in that three movies, in Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, is probably the most badass Peter. I will say that, okay? The Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3 Peter Parker is the most badass one, okay? Bully Maguire fucking, like, can pick up any chick he wants. He's a badass. He is. But the rest of them, even after he gets rid of the symbiote, and the rest of them after that, are losers. 100%, okay? 100%, okay? So let's go over this again, okay? Spider-Man is cool, with superpowers, can swing from buildings, and can pick up any chick he wants. Peter Parker only likes one chick who's a narcissistic hag, can't pay his rent, and can't hold down a job for anything. And we're going into this, I don't want to go on with like Miles. Miles is going to deal with the same exact shit, okay? The second game, Spider-Man 2, okay? Miles is pretty much dealing with the same thing. He has to ditch class, ditch his friends. He can't write his thing for college, okay? He's busy being Spider-Man, taking out what? Muggers, drug dealers, gangsters, and all of the other things, including world-ending events in New York City. So I'm going to show you his future, okay, when he's 25, okay? He's still going to be living with his mom, if she's alive, if she doesn't die for the plot, okay? He's going to have no job. If he does get into college, he's going to drop out. And that's just the truth, okay? That's like the steps of being Spider-Man, okay? If you want to be Spider-Man, you pretty much have to give up your entire life, essentially, to be Spider-Man, okay? In New York City, where like a lot of crime happens all the time, you have to give up your entire life, okay? Which also begs the question, where the hell are the other superheroes? Oh, wait, and most of them, it's only Spider-Man that's the superhero, okay? It's not like the Tom Holland Marvel ones where there's other superheroes involved that can also stop crime. No, it's not that at all. But screw it, it's just him. He has to fight every criminal in the damn city, and he gets shit on by, like, the press. Fucking J. Jonah Jameson. And that's all he does, essentially. Although I will say J. Jonah Jameson is a pretty cool guy, pretty stand-up. Is he an asshole? Yes, but he will have your back indefinitely. I will say that. Okay. Otherwise, Peter Parker's a loser. who has nothing going on for him except being Spider-Man. I mean, there are some comics where he does have a kid, like a daughter, to live on his legacy. But let's be honest, okay? She's going to go through the same thing. She's going to have no friends, no career, essentially, because Peter doesn't have a career whatsoever. She won't be able to live on her own because Peter can't live on his own, because in the entire first Spider-Man game, he was practically homeless, sleeping on like Aunt May's office couch and like the feast place, which is freaking insane, man. Okay? So, Peter Parker, if you're a real person, I'm just going to give you this advice. Chill out on the Spider-Man shit, or I don't know. Let the Avengers handle some of this shit, okay? That's all I can say for now. Thank you guys for making it this long. That's awesome. I appreciate it. You guys be safe. Rooster out.